of The Follow-Up. I'm Eden, and this is my dad, Noah, and for almost 3 years, we've been sitting on my bed and having a conversation about something we want to talk about. And this week, we're going to talk about group projects.
I thought this would be interesting this week. You had a group project in school that I'd like you to share, but you haven't had many group projects. So it made me think about leadership, working together as a team, sharing, encouragement, all that. And one of those topics that a lot of other kids can relate to because every kid does group projects. And then also adults at work. Most of the time it's just a glorified group project. So go from the beginning what it is.
Okay, so our group project was, so we have book clubs. So each book club had to choose one book that they had read together that they felt strongly about and make a poster. And on the poster, they had to talk about a main character, who they are as a person. Secondary characters, what roles they play, how they help the character, are they challenger, sidekick, friends. And also, we had to write about the setting, the lesson, if we would recommend the book, and then we had to decorate it. But the decoration had to relate with the book.
Okay. So, how many kids in your group?
5.
5. What was the book?
The Family Under the Bridge.
Okay.
It is a very good book. I would definitely recommend it.
And how big is this poster?
How big is the poster?
Like if a regular size piece of paper is 8.5 by 11.
I know, it's not like that.
It's like 4 of those, 6 of those, 8 of those. Is it huge?
Not huge.
Is it as big as your pillow?
It's bigger than my pillow, longer.
Longer than your pillow?
And a little bit taller.
You mean wider?
Wider, yeah. So
okay.
It might have been like...
All right, so it's big.
Yeah, it's a big poster.
Nice size poster. Okay. So take us through how you start with, all right, this person's going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing this. How are jobs divided up?
What we did was we kind of just offered a job out. And if 2 people, let's say 2 people wanted one job, one person might have said, oh, I know you want this job, but I think Ian's going to be better at this. But then you, I think, will be really good at this one because of what you shared in your dots and like something else.
Okay, so all right, so you have 5 people in your group. How many jobs were there total?
There were 6.
Okay, all right.
So one person did 2.
Okay, great. All right, so you started with putting a job out.
A few.
Okay, so how did you handle that type of conflict?
You kind of have to compromise with that.
How do you go about doing that?
You kind of go about doing it. It's kind of not just, let's say 2 people want it. It's not just them talking. Kind of the whole group helps figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be, I think because of your dots, you have very strong ideas about this, but I think I have stronger ideas about what you also want. So I think you'd be better at this, or I'd be better at this. Or I really want this job because I don't think I would have the strongest dots about everything else. I think I could help the poster best if I did this.
Okay, and you're saying jots, like when you take notes during this?
Yeah, when we take notes. Or that we kind of like write down jots on the poster.
Okay, so did any of these conflicts escalate, or were they all just handled?
Handled.
Well, that's fortunate.
Yes.
Did you anticipate it happening that way, or did you anticipate oh boy, this is going to be a fight?
I did not think it was going to be a fight.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so keep going.
So after we decided on jobs, that was in the first day. Then the next day we had to start working on our poster. We wrote down everything, but we really had to think about what we were writing because I think it was we tried to make it as much as like a group effort together.
Yep.
Where everyone helps out, not just the person writing.
So it was one person's job to actually do the writing,
but
it was taking other people's ideas.
So basically, I did character trait for the main character.
Okay.
So one of the girls in my group helped find a piece of text evidence from the story for me to add.
Got it.
And then the others helped me with ideas, traits.
And you were helping, and then
Yeah.
everybody was helping
Yeah,
on all the
okay.
other stuff.
And then
Okay.
it was the best. I think how in a group, especially if you help each other, then just okay. So one person's gonna help you while the other people help them.
Mhm.
Like if you all work together, but it's a group project.
Yeah, that's helpful.
I think
Because you're all getting the same grade.
it's an overall grade for all of us.
Right. Right. So everybody should be really in it
Yeah.
together. So how did
And
you...
this was our first group project, so
Mhm.
we kind of had to figure it out along the way on like a poster like this, how we wanted to do it. So we decided to do our writing, and then we just decided not to go too big with the pictures and not make them massive. We decided to go small, just do simple ideas that are from the book, but not go too extravagant or anything.
So you want to make sure that the writing was that the writing was the star of it, but
Just
everyone still got the idea of these pictures.
yes.
So how did you all decide on the organization of the poster?
Okay, so we decided to do it in boxes.
Okay.
So first, we didn't really have an idea. So first I just drew my box. I was first to do it. I drew my box and I just wrote. And
On
then,
the poster or separately?
on the poster.
Okay.
And then,
So you divided it up into boxes?
but we hadn't drawn the other boxes yet.
Okay.
So we drew one. And then we decided, so we put them in order of like a storyline a little bit.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
But then we decided, because it's kind of like a path of the storyline.
Okay.
We added the characters. We made like a path. We added the characters on the path.
As they appeared in the book?
Not as they appeared, but kind of like we might have put one character, like for my box, into the next one. There's like the dog.
Mhm.
Then there's the sidekicks, and then the main character
Okay.
and stuff. So we just started like to do that because it's showcasing the characters
Mhm.
when most of the writings talk about them and how they are in the story.
Yeah, and it seemed like you provided some sort of order to
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yeah, it seemed organized.
Like, but we didn't go that. I think it was that you just sometimes the best for a poster is to stick to what you know from the book
Mhm.
and not to go. At least for our group, this is how we went. Stick to what we know from the book, and just don't review everything before you start writing it.
Yeah, review everything before you
Review
start writing.
everything.
Yes, yeah. Because once you put it down on the poster, that's permanent.
Right, we wrote a pencil first.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Always write in pencil first on a poster.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then you trace over.
So, all right. So then, how about the actual artwork? Because, like, I was not very good at art when I was in school. I was a good thinker, but I wasn't very good at art. So how do you?
And really, you don't have to be good at art.
Well, so how do you all decide? Because sometimes if there's somebody who is really good at something, like say it's art,
Yeah.
that person might say, "Well, let me do that," or try not to say, "I'm better at you at drawing, so let me do it."
Yeah.
So how do you
I think we're
how
all
did you
good
handle
at
that?
art. Like
Oh.
everyone got a job in the art
Oh wow, nice.
because they're really kind of like 5 things, and everyone worked together on some of them. So
And if you needed help with something,
you could ask them.
you ask
Yeah.
somebody. Great.
So one girl in my group is really good at looking at a book and drawing people.
Oh,
So she did the people
awesome.
and the dog, and then some of us worked on the bridge, and that said "Family Under the Bridge"
Mhm.
for the title. And some of us worked on the water and the boat. But it wasn't that one person got a job. It was kind of like, because the water, the boat, the bridge, they were big.
Mhm.
So we had a few people working on that.
Yep.
And I think it was better that more people worked on it than one.
Did your teacher before starting these group projects give you any advice or guidance on how to handle group projects, or did she
Handle?
or did
She
she
showed us-
say, or did she say, I know this is your first group project, I want to see how you all handle it just without me telling
So
you anything.
basically, she just told us what we need to have on our poster. She showed us a few examples. And she showed us she just told us, just needs to be for the book. And that was it.
But nothing about how to work
Nope.
together, just trusted you
Yep.
guys to do that. Because you're all in a classroom together and there were 33 kids?
32 of us.
Right. So in your group, there were 5 people, you said? 5 people?
Yeah.
So there are a bunch of different groups, 7 different groups, I think?
Yeah.
And
And they're not all the same size.
right. So could you hear, were there any distractions? Like, could you hear other groups not working so well together?
No, it was fine because we didn't hear any other groups. 'Cause the classroom was so loud that you couldn't hear anything.
Got it.
But then it calmed down to we wanted our classroom to be what we call coffee shop mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's not too loud.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, good vibe.
Did,
But one distraction was
Uh-huh.
kids from the other groups kept running over to our group and looking at our poster, trying to steal ideas, and then they kept coming over.
is what it is.
That was the only distraction.
Is what
But
it is. Did,
that's it.
at the end, when you handed it in, did you all feel proud
Yeah.
of the product?
Yeah.
That's
I think-
really important.
We all liked it, and we all felt like we did our best on it.
Good, and you really felt like if your teacher said, "How do you feel that you work together?" you would say, "Great."
We had some disagreements, but we came out to an agreement on them, which is all you can hope for.
Right, exactly. All right, well, I think this is an example of a conversation that something that went on during the week in school, and you can pull it's almost like a subtopic out of your group project. It's how to work together,
Yeah.
and that's something new and helpful maybe for other kids also, and also helpful for you moving forward, having this experience in your head and thinking, all right, this is how to handle disagreements or encourage other people or just overall work together.
And I would definitely recommend The Family Under the Bridge. It is an amazing book.
Good. I never read it.
Well, then you should.
Okay. All right, proud of you. Love you.